gentlemen, welcome to another fragrance review on the Robes 08 channel. I am your host, Mark, the fragrance guru. Today I'm going to be tackling a little known niche house called Cereus, and my only fragrance in my whole collection of the brand, this one called Cereus Pour Homme number 4. Now, I wouldn't blame you if you didn't know anything about the brand of Cereus. This brand was really spotlighted. It was hyped back in the day in our YouTube fragrance community. That's how I actually stumbled upon the brand. This was hyped back in 2011 when our community was actually fairly young, and a lot of big name reviewers either purchased the bottle, blind bought a bottle, reviewed it. Big names like Brandon Cutlass Supreme SL, which did a review on this particular fragrance. We got Fragrance Bros that did a whole overview of the brand. I know Brad did an overview of the brand. So there are a lot of big names back in 2011, circa 2012-ish. Really looked into this brand and spotlighted over the YouTube fragrance community. I believe the hype really died down as quickly as it was actually brought up. Cereus never really caught on with the community. Some people did find some jewels, and some really weren't impressed with the brand. So it's my turn now in 2014 to give you guys my take. Cereus number 4, this guy right here was a blind buy for me. So I really can't wait to let you guys know how it really fared. Blind buys can be tricky. It can be a really great thing or a horrible thing. So I can't wait to let you guys know, because I really didn't do my research. I did a couple, checked out a couple reviews. I went online, and that's all I did. I blind bought it. The main reason why I purchased this fragrance was Brandon, of course, Cutlass Supreme SL's review of this scent. I blind bought it instantly. So I'll definitely put a link down below that review. If you can sell me on a fragrance without me smelling it, that means you did a really great review. So definitely check out his review. I think I bought it back in June 2011. So it's about time for me to review this bad boy. Since this is actually my first review of the brand, let's look a little about them as a brand, then I'll actually spotlight number 4 here. So Cereus named their company after a flower or a cacti that blooms one night a year. Now, the fun fact about Cereus, the brand, the funny thing is while I was reviewing this fragrance right here, around 2012-ish, their website wasn't working. A lot of their fragrances, I guess they went out of business or discontinued all their scents because they were hard to find. And Lucky Scent, I remember back when I was starting reviewing this fragrance, I put it in my notes that Lucky Scent only had like 2 or 3 bottles of their fragrances available, and they slashed the prices, and it just felt like in 2012 this brand was long gone. So I figured the fragrances were discontinued. Obviously, I actually wrote it in my review. Now, going back to the review now, we're in 2014, I just wanted to check back with Cereus, see if their website was working. It was up and running now in 2014. They're still selling. Everything looks legit. I went on Lucky Scent. Yeah, they got the whole range available for retail pricing. So, fun fact, they're available now, and they're still around, I say. Now, I felt Cereus as a niche brand when I was testing out the brand was more middle of the road between niche and designer. It almost felt like a lower class niche brand, and I think they priced themselves out of the game, to be honest. $125 retail for what I'm getting with these scents, and I'm including this one, but the whole brand itself, I really felt they priced themselves out. I felt they really should price their scents like high-end designers, looking at $70, $80 retail instead of the $125 they are asking. So to give you guys my honest take about pricing versus quality versus all this, I really think that pricing, they kind of missed the mark. They do not compete versus other niche brands at $125 for 75 mils. I really think $70 to $80 would have been better for a retail price for this brand. Now on to Cereus number 4. This fragrance right here hit the shelves back in 2007. The nose behind it, the parfumier, is Jérôme Epinette. Jérôme Epinette is the nose behind quite a few Atelier colognes and Byredo fragrances. Mainly some of my favorites, Bal d'Afrique by Byredo, an excellent scent, probably his best fragrance, and Bois Blanc by Atelier, just to name a few that he has done. So Jérôme has done some pretty impressive work. So let's get into bottle presentation for Cereus number 4. Now let's take a look at presentation. Cereus bottles come in only one size fits all. You're looking at it right now. The 2.5 ounce retail is $125 American. You can find testers online for really cheap, so if you're not really interested in the wooden cap or the box, you can find a deal in a lot of cases. Now the bottles, as you can see, very understated, very simple, and the wooden caps are really nice, and these are eau de toilettes. So let's take a look at the box itself, and as you can see, Cereus is, yes, embossed there. Number 4 spray cologne, 75 mils. You don't have anything on the top here. You got some stuff at the bottom. That's it, and you got the lime green look with the Cereus. Now let's take a look at the bottle itself. Again, you can see Cereus put on. The only way that you can tell which number you have if you buy a tester, I guess, is right here. You see the number 4 here. That's where it says it, just for FYI. And then of course you got the wooden caps here that do have a little bit of depth to them. Really nice caps, actually. There's your sprayer. Sprayer is actually decent. As you can see, she mists pretty freaking well. And there you go, guys. Cereus number 4 bottle presentation. Let's go. Let's take a look under the hood of this fragrance. Let's take a look at the guts of Cereus number 4 and see what it gives me. So let's go split screen. And as you can see beside me here, this is a very fresh fragrance, very aromatic, very light. You can see the notes here beside me. We got some green apple, lemon, grapefruit, marine-like notes. So you're going to see this is going to be aromatic, fresh, and light. Major notes to my nose. This is your main pinpoint of a note in this fragrance. Your major player is going to be your green apple. If you're a green apple fan, this has it. Lots of it. Papyrus, and of course lemon. You're going to get a lot of citrus in this fragrance. Also, the marine-like note also is a factor, but then again, it's more of a secondary note. So there we go, the major notes. Group, this is a citrus aromatic fragrance. And how many sprays and where? With Cereus number 4, I go quite liberal. We got 1 spray on the chest, 4 in the arm. So I'll go, sometimes, usually it's going to be in the summer, so I'm just going to go pulse point around here and around the elbow. So 2 on each arm, that equals 4, and then 3 on the neck. I go usually on the side here, 1 in the back, and then I'm set. So yes, 8 sprays of Cereus number 4, more liberal, the better. Now let's get into it. Let's go under the hood. I'm going to spray Cereus number 4 on my hand here. I'll do a couple sprays. The sprayer works well. I like the wooden caps on these too. And let's let it air dry a little bit. And very fresh. Really uplifting, authentic. Those are just words that are popping into my mind here. Beautiful. Comes off fresh, light, airy. You got that marine note coming in. The first few notes to my nose would have to be the juicy green apple. Really a nice note in this fragrance. It's one of the better notes in this fragrance, probably one of the best. Lemons coming through, and grapefruit. So you're getting that sparkling grapefruit, you're getting that tart kind of juicy green apple, and then you got that citrusy lemon coming through. Really uplifting, really light and very fresh. Really nicely done, very fruity and citrusy. Now, after a while, first and foremost, they come off almost authentic to the real counterparts in front of your nose. Let's say you got a cut up grapefruit, lemon, and green apple. This is very close to having those counterparts right in front of your nose here. But at the same time, Cereus number 4 comes off synthetic too. It really does balance through synthetic and really authentic notes. It really shows you both heads here. It has a beautiful uplifting introduction to a scent that many designers aspire to do, but actually fail. So Cereus number 4 really did, once you smell this right off the bat, the first few minutes, you're most likely going to be blown away. It's really authentic, juicy, uplifting, really well done. Cereus comes into play as a high-end designer freshie. It really does go against a lot of these freshies from Dior, Chanel, all the big names, Prada's, really a contender against all those guys. The introduction of Cereus number 4 was very simple as a composition. Not much going on, very much linear at the same time, and gave off a few semi-authentic notes like the fruits and citruses, paired with a synthetic watery marine-like note. I really felt like there was a synthetic watery-like note and a little bit of sweetness to the fragrance. When the watery marine-like note and the sweetness kind of join the other fruits and citruses, which is quite quickly, I might add, in the next few minutes on my hand, like right now I can smell starting to come in some sweetness, a little bit of that marine synthetic note. Kind of takes away from that authentic juiciness. That's where it kind of makes the fruity notes almost candied. I know in some reviews, some people said, think like that green apple Jolly Rancher, or hard candy-like sweetness to it, and a synthetic like fruit-like note. That's what it kind of smells like here after a while, after a few minutes. So it goes to really, really authentic, to almost like a synthetic kind of jumblation with some of the authentic notes. So the green apple mainly has almost a sweet sour vibe to it, made itself to the forefront of the scent. This is going to be your major player. Now you're going to lose the grapefruit at the dying end of the introduction of Cereus number 4. It wasn't that sparkling, authentic introduction in the first few minutes. Once that sweetness and the synthetic like marine note kind of jump into play, the grapefruit kind of goes in the background and then leaves the party. The lemon itself kind of amplifies. The more you're wearing Cereus number 4, the more lemons come to the forefront, and they are going to be a secondary note in Cereus number 4 the more you wear it. Now let's get into the dry down. In the dry down of this fragrance, the dry down of Cereus number 4 really showed me that the scent is going to be very linear. It can be boring to some noses. There isn't much more in the dry down that you're going to get from the top notes of Cereus, so you're not going to add much to the party here. You lose quite a bit here from the introduction though. The grapefruit's long gone. The apple kind of starts losing its edge. The sweetness comes up though. So you're going to get a little more sweetness. But as a point, I just want to point out that this is not a very sweet fragrance. It has some sweetness, but you know how some people say Jolly Rancher and stuff like that. I just want to pinpoint that the sweetness in this fragrance is just an underlying sweetness to the fragrance, kind of making it sweet. It's not candied, it doesn't smell like pixie sticks or something like that. So just to let you know, it's mainly sweet, but it has an underlying factor to the fragrance. Now the lemon, as I said in the introduction of the fragrance, comes up quite a bit via the end of the intro, but also well into this dry down. The lemon really keeps going, keeps chugging, and the more you wear it, the more lemon pops up. So that is a really good thing. I really liked how the lemon did in Cereus number 4. And the marine-like note in the intro kind of really continues into the dry down, but also dies down quite a bit also. So you're going to lose a little bit of that synthetic marine-like note. It's still around, but it's not really a secondary note anymore. It's just dying. You do gain a transparent, wet vetiver, papyrus wood-like note here. Papyrus kind of is like a transparent vetiver, like those are really light, airy, light woody green note. It backbones the scent mainly in this this dry down, and it's very light and keeps the green theme alive in Cereus, and that's probably why we got a light green lettering in the front of the bottle, because you got that green apple off the top, and then you're gonna get that vetiver papyrus wood type like greenness in the end of the fragrance. So it keeps that green theme alive. So guys, let's get into my final take of Cereus number 4. Yeah, the recommended age for Cereus number 4 has to be anybody, from teenagers out there right up to grandpa. This is a very easy fragrance to wear, so anybody can really wear it. Bottles, what does it remind me of? It reminds people of Versace Eau Fraiche, and at the same time, Versace Eau Fraiche reminds a lot of people of Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue for women. I gotta say, little bit of similarities, but not overly the same type of fragrance. It also reminds me of the green apple. If you're a green apple fan, a fragrance that does remind me in the designer game of the green apple in Cereus would have to be Perry Ellis Men New. And that one, I did review it on my channel. Go check it out. Has an excellent green apple note also. Awards. Has it been in any of my top 20 lists? No. Best time to wear this fragrance has to be daily wear, during the summer, during springtime, work. This is a work appropriate fragrance. Mainly that's what I would wear it for, work or school. Casually, this is a casual fragrance. Outdoor walks, barbecues, and get-togethers. Mainly, if you're going to wear this outside, most of the time, not a lot of people are going to smell it off you. It has very weak projection and longevity. So if you're, just a little warning, I liked wearing it for walks, you know, if you're with your girlfriend or your significant other, your wife, you're pretty close, she will smell you. Barbecues, if you're getting close to people, mostly the smoke from the barbecue. If you're barbecuing, no one's probably going to smell you, but it's good for that kind of stuff. You know, you want to throw something on, you're going outside with your kid, you're going to play frisbee or something, get-togethers, barbecues, stuff like that. This is an easy to wear fragrance to go outside. Just don't expect a lot of people to smell you. Seasons, mostly spring and summer for this one. Compliment factor, no real factor with this one. It's a middle of the road type of fragrance as far as compliments go. Really not a huge compliment getter, this guy right here. Just mainly just letting you guys know from wearing it, from testing it, asking people what they thought about it. Can you smell me? Can you not? Blah, blah, blah. Cereus number 4 did not do that great of a job. So compliment factor, honestly guys, slim to none. Now my actual final take on Cereus number 4, it's a borderline authentic scent. I really like what it gave me in the first few minutes, but then when that synthetic watery accord came in, it kind of made it like a borderline authentic scent that can hang with some of the heavy hitters in the designer game for the summertime. But I really think that it's not good enough against other niche summer fragrances in the same price range or higher. So unfortunately, as far as this category goes, you're gonna have to get it for cheaper. $125, I don't think it's cutting it. It's just a notch above some designer scents out there with the same kind of theme. It has a very simple scent. It's missing a little bit of depth to me. I really felt like it needed a little more in the dry down to keep me interested. I did enjoy the blend though. Cereus did a really good job blending, green apple, lemons. Lemon did really, really well in this scent. The woods, the light woods in the end, not bad. So good blend. It's definitely not worthy of the niche pricing of $125 retail. But, there's a but here. But on eBay, they have testers at times of this stuff. Testers, of course, varying from 15 bucks right down to $15, right up to $60, depending. Testers, of course, don't have the nice wooden cap or the box itself, so you're going to lose a little bit of cachet there. You're just going to get the juice with the bottle. But if you really are serious about purchasing a fragrance from the brand of Cereus, you can be a little patient on eBay. Go check it out every so often, and you could get a scent that is worth the savings. If you're looking at $15 to $50, now it's starting to be worth the pricing as far as the juice goes. I think you should pull the trigger if it seems interesting for you. Now, why would you love it? Why would you hate it? Let's take a look at Love It. It's a solid summer scent. It's a versatile scent for work that won't offend or really project that much. So if you're one of those that you want to be careful with your scent, you're in close quarters at work, it's not going to last your 8-hour day. I'm going to guarantee you that right now. It doesn't matter how many sprays you have. But the thing is, it won't offend, it won't project, and it's very versatile for work days. So you can wear that basically, in the high heat in the summer. If it's air conditioned, you can wear it year round. It's a solid green apple note in here too. That is a plus. Now, why would you hate it? Linear. You might lose interest. Lasting power. Longevity and projection is not very good. It's a simple scent. And the pricing. The $125 retail, no go. Now on eBay, more of a go. It's piquing my interest at that price. Now guys, let's go split screen. Let's go to the rating system. And I'm going to rate Cereus number 4. Let's take a look at projection and longevity. Now projection and longevity, as you can see, fairly low scores beside me here. Projection mid to low, guys. I'm very, very hard to get attention with this fragrance. You're looking at a 4 bottles out of 10. Longevity, same thing, man. Sometimes it's really, really poor, like an hour, and then sometimes it will hit 6 hours, but most of the time you're looking at a 2 to 5 hour range with this one, so that's giving you 5 bottles out of 10. Versatility, very good. These type of scents are easy to wear. Work scent, casually, 8 bottles out of 10. Overall smell and compliment factor is not even a factor in this one. Smell wise, what really kept the score fairly high, as you can see, 7 bottles out of 10, is because of that really authentic green apple lemon like note. I really felt like those notes did really well. I think the marine note really brought down the score, to be honest with you guys. So smell, a little above average at 7 bottles out of 10. And this goes to an overall score. The overall score on Cereus number 4 is going to have to be an average score of 5 bottles out of 10. I really think for the price really hurts it. The longevity and projection does hurt it a little bit more, the longevity than the projection as far as this scent goes. Overall, just an average scent at 5. You're not missing much unless you're a huge green apple fan and you can find it under 50 bucks at a tester on eBay. Then maybe it's a good snag for you. And that goes to Buy, Try, or Pass. Unfortunately, my only bottle from the brand of Cereus is going to get a pass. Unless you get the tester. Tester, and then of course green apple note. Has to be the huge factors for you. But for me, I got so many versatile fragrances that I can wear for work or school. That will last a little longer and project just a little more for casual use. And especially if I'm looking for a green apple note, Perry Ellis for Men does it for me. Fortunately, this is going to be a pass for me. That's my recommendation for you guys. Definitely comment below. Let me know what you guys think about Cereus number 4. If you've ever tried it, you own a bottle. Definitely let us know what you think about this fragrance. Thanks for watching, YouTube.